They saw him every day, heard his voice every hour, felt his presence in every decision, until one day he was gone. And only then did they realize how powerful he truly was. Law 16 of the 48 Laws of Power teaches a truth that most leaders ignore. Use absence to increase respect and honor, because the more you're seen, the more you're heard, the more you're around. The more people begin to take you for granted. Familiarity breeds comfort, but comfort always kills mystery. And mystery is where power lives. The greatest figures in history didn't rise through constant presence. They rose by withdrawing at the right moment, creating space, building desire, amplifying their value by making others feel the weight of their absence. Let's go back to ancient France. Napoleon Bonaparte, after conquering much of Europe, flooded the public eye with his victories, his speeches, his presence. But when his power began to slip, when the people grew tired of his constant visibility, his glory faded. When he was exiled, ironically, the legend of Napoleon grew once again. His absence reignited awe, and when he returned for the 100 days, the people followed him like he was a god. That's the paradox. Presence can build influence, but absence sharpens it. Look at Steve Jobs. When Apple removed him, the company began to crumble. But while he was gone, his myth grew. People realized what they had lost. And when he returned, he wasn't just a CEO, he was a visionary, a force, an icon. Absence made the world remember his value. But understand this law deeply. It's not about disappearing randomly. It's about timing. It's about control. It's about strategic withdrawal. A king who appears before his people every day becomes ordinary. But a king who disappears and reappears in moments of power becomes a legend. You want people to feel your absence like a storm that suddenly went quiet. You want them to notice the silence. You want them to ask, where is he? Why isn't she here? What would they do in this moment? That's when you've entered their minds. That's when you've created scarcity. And scarcity multiplies value. Think of gold, rare, distant, untouched. Its power lies not in its visibility, but in its absence. But here's the danger. If you're gone too long, you're forgotten. If you disappear without impact, you're dismissed. So before you vanish, make sure your presence was powerful. Make sure you've imprinted your value. Because absence only works when your presence once mattered. And once you return, you don't return the same. You return elevated, respected, unreachable, because those who are always available are never truly valued. So disappear, but do it with purpose. Withdraw, but do it with power. And watch as respect grows in the silence you leave behind.